The International Tennis Integrity Agency, ITIA, confirmed the suspension of 20-year-old Russian tennis player Alexei Mokrov for a total of 4 years, of which he has already served just over 10 months, after violating the rules of the Tennis Anti-Doping Program, TADP. The young Russian player was competing in futures tournaments during 2024, achieving a career-high ranking of number 1413. Mokrov was found guilty after testing positive for nandrolone in a test conducted at the ITF M15 in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt. Although the Russian player challenged the result, arguing that the laboratory accredited by the World Anti-Doping Agency failed to comply with international standards, an independent tribunal ultimately rejected his claim. The independent tribunal determined it was entirely unpersuaded by Mokrov's argument, and that the player failed by some margin to prove the assertion, the ITA statement reads. The tribunal also noted that Mokrov made no attempt to explain the source of the positive test. As such, the player did not prove that the breach was unintentional. The sample was split into A and B samples, and the subsequent analysis found that both samples contained metabolites of nandrolone, which is prohibited under the TADP in the category of anabolic agents, Section S1.1 of the 2024 World Anti-Doping Agency prohibited list. Since the substance was non-specified, Mokrov received a mandatory provisional suspension from January 27, 2025, until the final resolution. Following a remote hearing on October 16, 2025, the tribunal imposed a definitive 4-year suspension, which will end on January 26, 2029. Furthermore, Mokrov forfeited results, points, and prize money from the tournament where he tested positive and all subsequent events up to the provisional suspension.